Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Aussie today? So being a new week, starting off with the weekly chart, and you can see for all intents and purposes, the trend on the weekly is down. We are below the 20 moving average and we keep testing and bouncing off the 20. Okay. Now for me, there are two levels that are of interest at the weekly. The first one is pretty much where we are now, because you can see there's a lot of support and resistance in the past at this level. And then the second one is this tail here. Okay, so if we can just get a level here, so 49, I'll call it 49,840 is the one level, and the other level that we're looking at is, what's that, 52.90. Okay, so those are the two critical levels for me on the weekly basis. And the key to this bottom level here is that it sits pretty much at the 61.8. Let's just get down to the daily, be a bit clearer. Okay, so you can see those are the two levels we're looking for. You can see there's a lot of support for the first level. Okay, so for this first 50,290, and the second level here, which you can see is a inside gap. So we're going to move it down to there. So there's an inside tail there, or a Brooks gap, and it's pretty much very close to 61.8, and it would close the daily gap it's open. Okay, so that to me is the critical one. Okay, I just want to delete that Fibonacci, and let's leave levels there. Right, so let's just get down to levels that we can do. I don't think there's much on the 4 hour. You can see the oscillator is starting to group to the bottom. Okay, and the thing that I am also paying attention today is this falling wedge. Okay, now if you look at the candles, you can see not a green candle in sight. I'll put that level up there. So, okay, and this is a fairly well-defined wedge. I've got 3 touches at the bottom, 2 at the top. So for me, you're looking for sort of, it's a triangle. Okay, so triangle's got 3 sides. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got a pretty well-defined wedge. We've broken through a level here, but we basically, if you look to the left, you'll see that we're interacting with these 2 tails at the moment. So this is kind of the area that we're looking for, and I'm just going to add another level here, because that inside tail there would be a interesting area to watch, and so would that area be. Okay, so those are the 3 levels to the downside that we're looking for. So it pretty much ranges from 49,600 to 49,940. Okay, so it's pretty much a 330 point zone down on the downside here. So if we do break below the low of Friday, you can expect us to start targeting some of these levels here. Okay, so let's just get down to the levels that I want to trade today, which is going to be the 1 hour and the half hour. So I can tidy this up a little bit. So that is the falling wedge. There we go. Okay, so we have a falling wedge. We are at a level, and you can see we're pretty much going horizontal at the moment. That's basically at the close. International markets right now are fairly flat. Apart from the Dow is up at the moment. Dow futures and the Nikkei's closed today. So the Dow and the Nasdaq are up. 10 cents is pretty flat. So nothing really much happening, but markets are slightly up. So I can suspect we're going to either have an open pretty close to where we closed, and maybe a little squirt down, come and tag this gap, and then a reversal off there. That would be the ideal scenario for me anyway. Okay, so let's just get have a look at the performance of our closing range. Okay, so closing range break to the upside failed, but the downside pretty much were targeted. Your breakout target and the second target was hit. Pretty close to the third target as well. So, and I think that is now the second day in a row where we had I think the first one was we hit the target. Yeah, so the day before we did hit the target to the upside and to the downside. So that's pretty much the second day in a row that we've bounced up and bounced down. And that's just something to point out, is that's very, very normal with price action, is the open heads in one direction and then all of a sudden reverses and heads the opposite direction for the rest of the day. And something which price does occasionally, especially when you're in a trend. So on the 30-minute, you can see we are pretty much still in a downtrend. You can see we're below the 20 moving average, so we are essentially in a downtrend, but we do have diversions and we do have oscillators grouping at the bottom. So either this is a bottom or we will step down one more level, which will be somewhere in this zone. And if I just head to the left, you will see we can start adding additional. So that would be the first. So there's a inside bar there, inside tail, and that would be the first level, second level. And then you've got this area here. So as I said, this 49, 340. Yeah, so this, well, you could actually call it this 50,000 area. It's pretty much where, nice round number as well. So that's kind of the area that I would suspect if we do fall any further, that will hold us up. And what that would do as well is give us a break below the wedge. Not necessarily a break. Remember, you need to, if it breaks below, you want to be short on the retest. You don't want to take the short on the break, because often the break is just a fake out and then we accelerate through this wedge. So when you get that kind of break on the wedge, where it steps down like that, consolidates, and then starts moving back the upside, those are the wedge breaks trades that you want to take, because that basically the probability of it just testing this and falling is very low. The higher probability is that it's going to break through. So it's called an overshoot of the wedge. Okay, so it's a fake out of the wedge, and then we accelerate the upside. And then obviously that target would be this level up here, which is 51,450. Okay, so I'm going to drop down one more level for us, and we can just get a clearer picture. Okay, so you can see we have a Bollinger Squeeze brewing. We had the oscillators group quite some time ago, and since then we've just been getting diversions, and the oscillators have just been randomly moving around. If I come back to the 4 hour, you'll see the oscillators are there. I think it's a 6 hour, right? So when we have a turn of the oscillators like this, where they are far apart and they're starting to come together and they now cross over individually like that, that is always an indication of a very strong move, okay? And that strong move would be to the upside. It's a lot more violent than this kind of grouping. You see, we've got a grouping here, and then price moves to the upside. I just want to see if I can see another example. I don't think there has been one in a while. I'm not going to waste too much time looking for it, but we'll just go. No. Okay, so pretty much when this happens, you've got to watch carefully. So it needs to cross over for it to be confirmed. But if it does start crossing over and coming together like that, then you pretty much guaranteed you have a fairly violent move. Okay, so that's kind of my play for today. Is we'll be waiting for the open. I am kind of in 50-50 that this daily gap would close. It would make me a lot happier for it to close, because then there wouldn't be another magnet below that the bears would want to target. And it would also tie up with a 61.8. So that would make me pretty comfortable if we can just come and tag this level, which would give us an entry long, and we can move up. However, if we don't get it, and we do get this 5 and 20 crossover with price coming back up and then pulling back to test that 20, I will definitely take that long from here. Okay, that's kind of what I can see at the moment. I think for me, playing the short, even if there is a move that's looking like it's coming to here, I'm not even going to bother taking that, because I know it's 300 points or so it's, well, yeah, 300 odd points. So it could very well be a decent trade, but what you may find is we may gap down like 150 points, and then one 5-minute candle would get us to the bottom, consolidate, and then reverse off. So I think I'd rather be long at this level than trying to play a short down to here, regardless of what happens actually. Okay, so that's kind of my play today. Very reluctant to take shorts at this level unless we tag this area, come back, and we test this break. So for me, the break is going to be right here. So we break down, we come back, and we test this break at 50,240. And if we start rolling over again, that would be a short level, because then you're going to come down to the deeper levels here. Okay, but for me, we'll just wait and see what happens at the open. But I am looking for some kind of a reversal here. This wedge is pointing to a reversal, and I think that's what I'm going to be playing. Anyway, I hope that helps, guys, and stay safe, and I will catch up with you guys later. Enjoy the day. Cheers, man.